Hello, this is Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures, and let's make a fire with the Bic lighter today. Oops, broken. Are we screwed? No. I'm going to show you a neat little trick on how to make fire using a broken Bic lighter. This one here, of course, has no lighter fluid whatsoever. The whole end is broken out. So what I'm going to show you is a neat little trick that you can use to use this and still utilize that tiny little spark to ignite your dry tinder. And I apologize for the background here. The light just keeps changing back and forth here. Okay, there it goes. So I'm going to show you a neat little trick on how you can still use one of these to ignite your tinder. An easy way to do it, so that way it should just like that. To do this trick, before I forget, you're going to obviously, your fire preparation is going to be done in advance. You need all your dry tinder, all your sticks, just like you would a normal fire. You got to have everything ready in advance. But to do this trick, you're going to need a stick, a long stick like this one here. This one here is roughly about 2-ish feet long. And basically you need a nice semi-flat surface here. And then basically what you want to do is you want to grind. Inside of this is a little ferrocerium rod that makes that little spark. And then you hit the red button, which sends the fuel up, thusly making it a flame. But obviously, red button don't work. Just the ferrocerium part does. So what you want to do is that you want to leave this little silver container on there. It's going to act like your little catch, and we're going to grind the ferrocerium rod inside of this lighter to the point of where that little ferrocerium dust is going to collect inside this little metal container to the point of where we can then dump it on our dry tinder and then ignite it. So now off camera, I've already done quite a bit of this, but I'm going to demonstrate this to you all the same. So you got to be careful with this, because when you're doing this, you want to apply pressure and just roll it. And if you hear it correctly, I'm not sure if the camera was able to hear that or not, but you're going to hear a grinding noise. If you push too hard, go too fast, it's going to ignite and then you're going to lose that dust all completely. So if you're not 100% sure, if you're worried, every 10 strokes, dump it into your tinder. Dump it into your tinder every 10, or go a little bit more. Let me show you real quick here. Just pressure. Just take it nice and slow, nice and easy. You're grinding, just pushing it nice and firmly. You're rotating that striking piece and grinding that ferrocerium rod. And the dust should be collecting inside of that silver container right there. Now, as I said, off camera, I've already done this about 30 or 40 times. And I've been dumping it into my little tinder bundle there, getting it ready. Doing this around 10 times is not really going to work very much. You're going to need to do this a lot, like probably passing this on the stick. You're probably going to have to do this somewhere in the general range of around 50, 60 times at least to get enough dust in order get that good amount of ignition. Alright, so it should be collected inside of here. This is jute twine, by the way. So I'm not sure how good you're going to see this. See the dark color, shaded color right at the tip of my thumb? That's the ferrocerium. That's the dust right there. So you got to be right now today. I'm in this shelter, and not only that, but there's also no wind whatsoever. So if you are in an open area, you're going to need to protect that. One little breath or one little gust of wind, and that's gone. So You can use birch bark as well. Any real sort of dry tinder like that will work. So, but you're just going to need to protect it. Make sure it stays protected. You know, once you blow it away, it's gone. All that hard work and effort for nothing. So I'm just going to do a couple more passes real here. When you're rolling it, try not to hit the red button. It's not going to do anything, but you know, just you don't want it to drag behind while you're doing this, so that way you run the risk of forcing it too much and then thusly igniting it all prematurely. You might be thinking that if you grind it away so much, then, you know, is it really going to spark when you actually do it? You know, it should spark just fine because, you know, these are meant to last a long time. You know, it's a lot of fuel that's in there. All right, here goes nothing. Cool. Jackpot. Neat, eh?